Juan, Maria, it is a pleasure to welcome you here to the team of Reuters Studios in London. Very well done. On behalf of the European, we'd like to present you with Capital Markets Company of the Year and Investment Management Company of the Year for Colombia.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is very important for us. We are very proud and optimistic as we believe this reassures our customers of our ongoing commitment to providing the best and the most tailored financial advisory services for them. And we still have a lot of road to go, but we're very happy to be along the right path.
Oh, congratulations once again on your achievement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Davivienda Corredores is one of Colombia's leading brokerage and investment banking firms. Now, the company's aim is to deliver attractive and profitable investment opportunities to its clients, along with a strong performance for its shareholders. Well, clearly, they're doing something right because they've been awarded Capital Markets Company of the Year and Investment Management Company of the Year in Colombia. And I'm delighted to say that I'm joined in the studio by the Managing Director, Juan De Bedout, who's going to talk about the past, the present and the future. A very good day to you, sir. Let's start with the past, because this is a company with a very rich history. Give us a sense of that history and how it became the entity that it is today.
Thank you, Juliet. Corredores is a company that started some 70 years ago. We've been in the market for roughly over 7 decades. In the 1980s, it came about the name of Corredores Asociados as a result of the merging of 4 of the leading brokerage houses that were in the country at that time. It operated under the Corredores Asociados brand for about 34 years. More recently, Banco Davivienda, which is one of Colombia's largest financial institutions, bought the company and acquired it. We are now a fully owned subsidiary of Banco Davivienda, and we're now called Corredores Davivienda or Davivienda Corredores. We like it both ways. It's a nice name. 70 plus years is actually quite a lot of history for American firms. Not necessarily for some European firms, but for us it's quite a long time. We've been operating in our country probably since the inception of the capital markets and of the Bogota and of the Colombia Stock Exchange. And we have a very strong client base that spans over 4 generations of customers working with us.
Okay, so you've got a big footprint in your neck of the woods.
We do, in our neck of the woods,
a
and we're expanding.
Footprint. But I mean, look, you work in a very competitive field, so give us a sense of the obstacles you've had to deal with in that framework of the capital markets industry, because it is very competitive.
It's also been very dynamic. I would say that probably some of the main problems that we have had, of course, in emerging markets has to do with the size of the markets overall. But we've been able to overcome some of the size problems by correctly identifying certain trends that have taken the market to new stages. We were able to lead some of the largest equity offerings some years back. We were able to raise locally a little bit in excess of $5 billion in different equity offerings. And also we've seen increased competition. Every other international bank now has an office or a representative office in Colombia, and they're competing against us for the different deals that we have and for the different chance to advise on Colombian customers. So we have had to adapt and transform into a company that can offer an enhanced portfolio of services for their clients.
And that's given you a head start, really, hasn't it?
Yes. Well, we also had, we already had their trust. We like to believe we had our customers' trust, and we've known them for quite a long while. So we've come along with them.
Okay. And how do you manage the challenges of the mutual funds industry within the brokerage industry in Colombia?
Well, mutual funds in Colombia, I guess the main challenge that we've had is a very big concentration. Among the 5 leading players in the mutual fund industry, we can count up to 80% of all AUMs in the industry. And what we're seeing now is that our customers are more interested, our clients, in having a broader spectrum of investment alternatives, and some of them more focused in what they're looking, something that adjusts rather to the risk profile in a more appropriate way. So we've had to really increase, let's say, our product offering. We have now a Colombian version of a REIT that we can offer them. We have
the Real Estate Investment Trust.
Exactly, for real estate. But we also have our mutual funds that are now beginning to specialize in certain activities. We're launching 2 new funds this year, and we're very confident that this is going to be a growing and very important, a dynamic part of our business. We are one of the leading mutual fund administrators in Colombia.
And I get the sense, though, that this is just the tip of the iceberg, because you do have this substantial footprint, about 70 years, and the LATAM market has changed considerably. So what pressures does this put on you as you've had to adapt?
Our neck of the woods isn't such a neck anymore. We are part of a larger marketplace, essentially MILA, and we have really had to evolve with times to be able to keep up with a product offer that's interesting for our customers and that delivers additional value added by the fact that we're able to truly understand what it is that they need and truly help them in attaining the goals that they should that they want to get through their investments. From the corporate side, we've been very adept at actually, if the word can be taken, Colombianizing other, let's say, products and solutions, financial solutions for debt raising or equity raising that are there in the markets, but that needed to be adapted to the sort of environment that we have within Colombia and within our own market.
And part of this, of course, is expansion. And I understand that you've recently opened an office in Panama. So what does that opening, and indeed others that you may have planned, actually mean for customers? What does it tell them?
I think it should say many things. To begin with, we opened a branch in Panama, basically to be able to assist our long-standing clients in not only helping them with their portfolios in local currency, but also with their portfolios in foreign currency overall. We are right now in Colombia and in Panama, but really we aim to be wherever Banco Davivienda is, which is probably in 6 other countries in Central America and wherever the bank continues to grow. So that's basically what we would like to do in terms of growth. I mean, it's a huge challenge. We are very aware of that, but we believe we have the team and the tools to actually undertake it successfully.
Unstoppable.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. And you're doing something right, as I said in the introduction, because you've won these 2 awards, a reminder, Capital Markets Company of the Year and Investment Management Company of the Year in Colombia. So what message does that send out, not just to your clients, but to those who are hovering a bit and they're not quite sure if they're going to take the jump?
I really think they should, our clients and our prospective clients, should really feel reassured about our commitment to excellence and to performing in the best possible manner for them, to strive, to endeavor to deliver our basic value offering, which is tailored products for their needs, adjusted to their risk profile, and very innovative solutions for their financing needs in terms of corporate customers.
Personal service.
Of course.
Okay, I talked about the past, or we talked about the past at the beginning of our conversation. We've done the present. Let's imagine that you and I are in this studio in 2023. What sort of a company are we going to be talking about? What are the highlights? What will you be doing in 5 years' time?
Well, if we are going to look along the road to 5 years' time, essentially we should be looking at a company that's evolved significantly with the Colombian market. We are leaders in our market, and we will probably continue to being leaders. And the fact that how we are going to arrive there or continue has to do with a very strong and cohesive team that we have with different areas of the company. We've been working together for a while. We've also been very successful at incorporating new talent and being able to work with them. We have the backing of one of the largest and most robust financial institutions in Colombia and probably in Latin America. And that's a huge mix for that. That's a wonderful recipe for growth. We continue to rely on interpersonal relations with our customers only in so much as we can deliver what it is that they're expecting from us. We probably where we see ourselves as one of the top Latin American pan-regional banks specializing in our neck of the woods, which is a little bit south of Mexico and north of Peru.
It's a pretty big neck.
It is a big neck.
I think we're going to have a good conversation in 5 years' time.
Yes, well, hopefully before that. We may continue to do things.
Excellent. I think you will. Thank you so much for joining us and congratulations.
Thank you, Juliet.
Thank you.
Very, very kind.